These are Google's XR glasses, and for any tech enthusiast, the kind of futuristic gadget we've been waiting for. After trying them at Google I/O last week, I genuinely think they might be the most wearable tech Google has shown in years. They're still a prototype, but they already feel different, and in this video, I'll explain why. This one's all about the glasses, not the headset, so if you want to see that one, I'll link it below. Now, quick heads up, Google invited us and covered travel, but they didn't ask for anything in return. This video is all me, and if you don't know me, I'm Kaz, and I've been making dedicated XR content for about 8 years. Subscribe to join me beyond reality. So these glasses are lightweight, about the same as the Ray-Ban Metas. What makes these different though is that they have a built-in tiny translucent screen, but just for one eye. That's called a monocular display. It actually reminds me of the Ray Neo X2 I tried before, which also used this kind of setup to stay small and light. Except Google's form factor is even smaller. They didn't feel bulky at all, more like real glasses, and that alone already sets them apart from many previous XR glasses attempts. Google hasn't said exactly what the display tech they're using yet, and I could not test the full field of view, but if it's the same, it's probably narrow. That said, for what these glasses are meant to do, things like navigation and quick info, it worked totally fine. The benefit of this design is subtlety. The display isn't in your face. For example, when I first put them on, I noticed a small icon at the top right showing the time and weather, kind of like a floating glance at your phone's screen. If you want to ignore it, you can even turn it off. If you want to use it, just glance. It takes a little getting used to, but I adapted quickly. Since the use cases are simple and focused, it doesn't need to be overwhelming. This isn't full-blown AR. You're not seeing 3D objects floating around. It's more like getting simple info or notifications right in front of you, kind of like a smartwatch for your eyes. My demo guide told me the glasses should support something called 3DoF, which means it can track a rotation of your head, like turning left, right, up, down. So while it won't track your position in space like VR headsets, it might still support simple AR-style apps down the line. The display was clear enough for reading text even when things were happening in the background. I did notice a small rainbow-like glow off to the side of my right eye. Nothing major, just something you might catch if you're paying attention. It was not distracting and I quickly forgot about it. I didn't get the chance to try it in bright sunlight though, so I'm not sure how well it holds up outdoors. The glasses felt quick and responsive, and the display didn't block my view of the real world. Google hasn't shared the exact screen resolution, but everything looked clear and sharp indoors. What's also cool is that other people couldn't really tell there was a screen in my glasses. Only if they looked from a very specific angle, they might notice a rainbow-colored rectangle where the display is. There's a button on the glasses to turn the display off if you want a break, and another on top for taking photos. The right arm has a touchpad. Press and hold to activate Gemini. It felt pretty intuitive after just a few tries. They're comfy as well, and even though they've got the tech packed in, they didn't slide down on my Asian nose like some of these smart glasses do. But what's the use case? These glasses are not meant to replace your phone. They're made to make quick moments smarter. They integrate Gemini and run Android XR, so in theory, they should work with all Android apps from the Play Store. In our demo, which was a controlled environment, we could only test a few things. First, Gemini's visual awareness was impressive. There was a camera which is almost invisible on the front, and if given permission, it can identify and describe your surroundings. I asked it about the art on the walls, and it described what it saw in real time, not just naming objects but interpreting them. It felt like a peek into what context-aware AI glasses can really do. And hey, if this sounds cool so far, maybe give this video a like. It tells the algorithm, hey, XR is actually interesting, and helps more folks discover it. The next thing I tried was Google Maps navigation, which was more than just arrows. So when I looked up, I saw turn-by-turn directions. When I looked down, a map appeared in a circle and even rotated with me. That's a clever use of sensors for spatial feedback. I could also take a photo with the tap and instantly see in the display what it took. Really handy for quick checks and framing the shot. It's a step up from the Ray-Ban Metas where you don't see what you're capturing. Now the colors weren't super vibrant, but at least it's not a basic monochrome screen, so one color like we've seen in other smart glasses. That said, I could not actually review the full image quality on a bigger screen, so I don't know how good these photos really are. I also learned there are 4 microphones built in. They're designed to filter noise and pinpoint your voice clearly, like stereo input, which could make talking to Gemini or capturing sound much more accurate. It also has speakers built in, though I didn't get to test the audio much yet. I am curious if they'll rival the Ray-Ban Metas on that front. So they will need internet for Gemini features, and the glasses are connected to a phone nearby, which seemed to be doing most of the heavy lifting like processing and AI responses. Some basic features might work offline later, but for now, think of it as a smart extension of your phone. During the keynote, they also demoed real-time translation, which I could not try myself, but the idea is exciting. And latency seemed low. Occasionally, Gemini needed a second, but nothing disruptive. In the small demo space, navigation felt smooth and accurate when I was looking and walking around. Google sees these as working alongside the headset, so glasses for quick ambient use, headsets for immersion. That's contextual computing, using what fits your moment. These glasses, they don't scream for attention, that's their strength. They don't replace your phone, they extend it. No more glancing down at your wrist or pulling out the phone, just glance forward. And unlike many AR glasses that try to do too much without really delivering yet, these felt focused and just comfortable. The special big thing though, these glasses run on Android XR. That means they can use software that already works well and has a lot of developers behind it. Earlier smart glasses like the Rainio X2 didn't have that, so you were stuck with limited apps or features. They did have some AI, but Gemini is a whole different level. It's much more advanced, kind of like using ChatGPT but built right into your glasses. So the hardware I tried was just a prototype, but Google said they will be partnering with Gentle Monster and Warby Parker, so expect polished designs in the future. So if the final version keeps this size, feel, function, and it looks good as well, that's gotta be a win. And with both the headset and glasses powered by Android XR, this could become a truly unified ecosystem. So did I like them? Well, more than I expected. For years, smart glasses have felt just out of reach, either too bulky, too limited, or lacking good software. This might finally change that. These glasses feel quick, clear, and generally useful, and with Google's AI and software behind them, there's real potential here. If they add transition lenses or photogrammic options, honestly, I might never take them off. As someone who lives inside Google Apps daily, the possibilities with Gemini are kind of wild. Imagine scheduling your day, replying to emails without being near to your computer, planning workouts, or getting dinner ideas just by looking at what's in your fridge. It's like having a personal assistant that's always with you, and for once, it might actually be affordable. Now, no release date, price, or full specs yet, we'll just have to wait, but I would love to hear from you. Would you wear glasses like these, and what would it need to do for you to keep them on? Let me know down below and subscribe for the full review coming later.